Good morning, Capricorn. How are you? I hope you're doing great. Sorry I missed your daily yesterday, but we're back. Capricorn, my love. So, I'm picking up on a near-death experience. And yes, the near-death experience itself is significant, but it's like this near-death experience is like a trigger point for other things. Meaning, I don't know why I get like this feel that it's like this was a near-death experience that was like imposed on you. I don't really know what that means, so come on, baby. Come on, go ahead. Thank you. Yeah, okay, so I definitely want to get right in here. Yeah, definitely getting what this is like this is, I can't even get my words out. Drink some of my tea. There's such an air of mystery surrounding the situation, right? It's like you don't really know what to think or what to believe. Undoubtedly sounds like some type of spiritual awakening, right? So yeah, near-death experiences. Death really is just an illusion, isn't it? Right, Capricorn? So let's get on in here. Be like in a very contemplative mood, you know, like very stoic is the vibe I'm getting. Yeah, you're so close to something. It's like the pages, yeah, better days are ahead. No worries. It's like tracking. So powerful when you do energy work, Capricorn, again, because you're an earth sign and it's felt. Yeah. As always, be mindful of those temptations. Death experience. Change your ways. Perhaps this near-death experience was like something that, you know, sometimes you have a little bit of a hard head, right? Capricorn, please. Nice near-death experience, Capricorn. Capricorn. Incoming. Something's coming in quick. But it could be short-lived and intense. Maybe this near-death experience was short-lived and intense. Don't let an ain't shit person tell you you ain't shit. You know, maybe you're just like talking to someone about this near-death experience or about like your spiritual awakening, and they're like, no. What, you know, what are you talking about? Like, you know, you're acting like a loony, blah, blah, blah. Just get off that train. Get off that merry-go-round. Say a prayer. Yeah, always. You could take a minute now to do that. So maybe this is like very deeply spiritual, you know. I'm feeling that like this NDE was like, it was very short, but it was one of the most intense things you experienced, right? Maybe it's not an NDE, maybe it's like some other type of experience, right? But if anything, I think what it did, 555, was it like triggered you to be more devoted to your prayer life, right? Because your prayers are powerful. Abuse of power, okay? Seek professional help. Wow. That's really intense. Wow, and then there's save yourself and there's tracking again, right? And so seek unprofessional help behind that, right? It's like maybe you're trying to talk to like a professional running, save yourself. Maybe you're trying to talk to a professional, but they're kind of like minimizing your experience or diminishing your experiences. Right? We say a prayer for guidance, yeah. Because you're about to activate. You're about to activate. You know, like in the midst of things, we don't foreshadowing. This is intense, right? This is like, you know, like before an earthquake, there's like those mini earthquakes before like it's like the actual one. It's like Capricorn, your energy is like sending out these mini earthquakes, just like Taurus, right? And really all earth signs are, but really Capricorn too. Some Capricorn influence in the sky, but it's like you're sending out these short bolts of earthquake. It's like a like foreshadowing, right? It's like foreshadowing, or you're trying to remind. You know what I mean? It's this is a really interesting transition. Wow, I'm getting like heavy shamanic energy from this. It's like you saying a prayer will help you transition. Like prayer is so powerful for you right now. It always is, right? But 808 specifically, prayer is very powerful now. Easy Tiger. Dream big, but don't lose your footing, right? Dive deep, don't lose your footing. And just be really mindful of who it is that you're kind of telling things to, or what people try to tell you. Yeah, again, you are so close. Whatever it is that you're, you know, whatever ladder you're climbing towards, you are so close to whatever this is. Yeah, you're so close. Never ever settle. Ever. I don't care what it is. Money don't make you real. All these big flashy things don't make you real. Yes, in this life we are to acquire wealth, to accumulate wealth for our generations to come, right? But that's what this world's about. But what is the difference? Like, it's like the war on, the real war is between, wow, love and greed, right? Yeah, good guidance. You're going to get good guidance surrounding this situation. So if you're not getting that now, don't worry. It's definitely on its way. And it may come in like an unexpected way, right? Okay. Change your number. Natural disaster. What was I saying about them earthquakes, right? There is something better. See what I mean? You're so close. Don't ever settle, because there is something better. Simple-minded. You know, Capricorn, you do have such a deep, complex mind, you know, and more often than not, you're misunderstood, right? You know, you were just molded. You were molded by Saturn when you're in the womb. You know what I'm saying? And especially firstborn Capricorns too. You were molded by Saturn, man. And if you have a parent that's Capricorn or Aquarius or that's highly aspected, you were molded by Saturn from a young age. You had to learn how to like take care of yourself, right? You had to learn to almost even like fend for yourself, learn how to fight for yourself in all different realms. You know what I'm saying? That's why you are so intuitive, right? And it's like, it's kind of unfortunate because it's like you shouldn't have to go through, you know, that abuse of power, right? Or any type of narcissistic threats at any stage in your life, right? And that shouldn't be the reason why you are so intuitive. Yeah. It's staying away from anything simple-minded or superficial. 1122. Okay, so you're definitely going through this transition phase, right? Heavy up on your prayer, heavy up on your fasting. This is fasting of everything, right? Because yeah, just don't just take something just because it's available, whatever that means, you know. And good guidance is next to change your number. This might be like the good guidance that you know, definitely change your number because there's something better. It could be, this is interesting, 1212. Could be the energy of your phone number, right? Like the numbers that they add up to, 1221. Let's get some tarot in here, please. You know, it's like your transition is going to cause a natural disaster. You know what I mean? And by you never ever settling, you know? It's like patience. Patience, Capricorn. There's something about intensity, right? Like intensity doesn't measure like realness or truth. Does that make sense? Intensity does not measure truth. What's going on here for Capricorn? 7 of Pentacles, yeah. Yep. So it's like, now what I'm getting here with this, look, I mean, you have the Hermit on the bottom. It's like you had to go within, right? Because whatever you invested in turned out, 1333, whatever you invested in turned out not to be that great. You know what I'm saying? It's like you know what, you settled, right? You were kind of almost in like simple-minded energy, and you did settle, right? And it was just like, okay, like this investment was, it looked great in the beginning, but it was short-lived and intense, right? But you think you learned, you know, a huge lesson from that, right? It just the near-death experience just keeps popping into my mind too, so that really heavily has something to do here. 10 of Wands. Yeah. You invested into burdens, right? You invested into burdens, and it's almost like all those burdens were just watching you push. Like it was a game. You think it's a game. That's what I just heard in my head. Or two, like you're working on something, like diligently investing and working on something, and it was just a lot of hard work, and it like burnt you out to the point where you had a near-death experience, right? So that's what this transition phase is all about, because, yeah, there's something better. Let's get advice for Capricorn, please. Okay. 9 of Swords came out, but then it flipped over, so No self-sabotage, okay? Self-deprecating behaviors, none of that, because you're really onto something here. And you know what? Back to what I was saying about Capricorns constantly being misunderstood. You don't owe anybody shit. You really don't. You don't owe anyone an explanation. You don't owe anyone anything. You owe yourself and your creator everything. You really owe your creator everything, right? Advice for Capricorn, please. You don't mind being alone, right? Because you understand. You understand things better when you're alone. In some sense, but don't let that close you off to things out there, you know what I mean? You just know what to put your energy into. And if anything, I think this situation taught you that. Let's get advice for Capricorn, please. Advice for Capricorn, please. Keep seeing Ace of Wands. So it's yeah, this passionate new beginning is ready to start, right? You go from the Ten of Wands right to the Ace, so it's ready to put these burdens behind. Yeah, the Fool. You're ready to take a leap into something new, so your advice is to do it, right? There's Knight of Pentacles. Wow, Knight of Pentacles on the bottom. Yeah, so your advice is to do it, right? And your advice is also to leave those that are trying to hang on, leave them behind. Because this is a solo dolo journey. And it's you're ready to do it, pack light, you got this. You're really ready to, it's whatever this situation or this near-death experience, this woke you up, right? Just be slow, right? Slow and steady wins the race. Be practical in what you're doing. Because this is what it's leading you to, right? You go from the Seven of Pentacles and we end with the 9, right? Wow, y'all, look. Star, Ace of Cups, and then King of Wands on the bottom. It's on the other side of this leap of faith, this transition into this new beginning is going to lead you to a period of, I'm seeing a cornucopia, right? So abundance, right? So, and my Virgo card is flipped up right here too. So, and this is also the Virgo card too, right? So Virgo season is very significant here. Your self-sustainability and your independence, right? That's what you're working so hard for. And you're doing it, right? Just don't take on any more unnecessary burdens in the process, right? And this new beginning is going to require you to be methodical. You're going to have to be methodical, detail-oriented, on top of everything, right? But also with the Fool too, don't be foolish, but have fun, right? Live a little. It gets so grueling when you're knee deep in your own shit, right? You have to find ways to have fun with it. And Capricorn, your self-deprecating humor, not many enjoy it, but I do. It's kind of just able to, I don't want to say laugh at your pain because it's kind of morbid and whatever, but when you're able to find humor in the most difficult of situations, to me, that's an indicator that, when I start to find humor in situations, that's the indicator, okay, it's not stinging as much. I'm starting to get over this. So yeah, be on the lookout for Virgo season. Keep your prayers up. Change your number. There's good guidance is surrounding you, so tap in, right? And never ever settle and never ever give up on yourself. Love you, Cappy.